Well, we are finally back with another video. I'm just getting down my pre-workout meal right now. As y'all can see, hold on, let me focus this. Beautiful. 120 grams cream of rice, 100 banana, 2 scoops of Nutrix protein, code Madx to save, code Madx to save. And then we got 20 grams of almond butter as normal. But today I'm gonna be going through part of my new split. So now it's upper A, lower A, rest, upper B, lower B, rest. So just kind of getting more volume to my legs, because my legs are my weakest body part. So a little bit less sets during the week for my upper body parts and more for my lower. So today I'm going to be showing y'all my upper B session, which is back focused. So we got some rows, pull downs, all that good stuff. My back is, not the best. None of my body parts are crazy, but my back definitely does need some work. So this is a pretty important day for me, but I'm gonna get down this meal. Hold on, let me show y'all this beauty one more time. Crazy. But I'm gonna get this down and then I'll see y'all at the gym for the workout. So like I stated in the last clip, my upper B session is more like a back focused upper day. I have a upper lower split because I need a lot more, like I said in the last clip, a lot more volume on my legs because my legs suck. So my first exercise I've always done for back is just like a single arm lat movement, just to get the back warmed up, get the lats moving, get the shoulder joints warmed up and all that good stuff. Get a good mind muscle connection going with the back. So those are the things that I cue whenever I'm warming up right here. It's just getting the back firing, getting the mind muscle connection, all that kind of stuff. So come on. Come on. All right, so once I get the back kind of warmed up with those lat pull downs, I like moving into my bread and butter movements, which is what I've always used for my back, is T-bar rows. I finally worked out my form on these and they feel really good. So while I'm warming up, I have a really bad problem of shortening the lengthen position, so not really getting a full range of motion on my reps. So that's one thing I'm really cueing here. Another thing I'm really keeping in my head while I'm warming up is keep my elbows high, because I want to work my upper back. So the higher you keep your elbows, the better upper back engagement you get. So I'll show you kind of how I warm up with these. So, and make sure always on T-bar rows, the chest is glued to the fucking pad. You can have a few reps where you have a little bit of body English at the end. I feel like that's fine, but just for the majority of your set should be chest to the pad. Rolling all the way back, nothing, no cheat reps. So you get a full stretch. Feeling quite strong today. Oh, shit ain't gonna move itself. Let's go. Fuck that. I'll take it. So now that I wrapped up with more of a heavier bilateral movement, I'm gonna go back to a unilateral movement for my lats, which will be my dumbbell row, which normally I do a cable row, which my coach told me to switch to a dumbbell row. which is completely fine with me because there's like not a better feeling than fucking just ripping some dumbbells while you're rowing them. It's a pretty damn good feeling. So I'll run through these. I'll do two top sets, about 10 reps, 10-ish, 10, 12, 8 to 12, somewhere in there. And then on that last set, I'll do a drop set where I drop like 20 pounds or something like that, and then just rep it out. So show y'all these. I don't really have any good cues for dumbbell rows because I haven't done those in quite a while. So it's been a couple months, so don't really have many too good tips. Just kind of fucking just grip and rip. I know keep the elbow closer to the body to really target your lats. So that's basic stuff. So run y'all through these, and then I think we have one more back movement maybe, and then be a little more arms, shoulders with that. So, yep, there we go. Fuck that. All right, so that's all for my back movements for today. Just pretty simple, single arm lat, T-bar, and dumbbell row. So now I'm moving on to close grip bench. This will hit a little bit of chest, but mainly just like a tricep builder, like a smack some slabs of meat on the backside of your triceps. So with these, I'll do 2 heavy sets, and then I'll do a back off set, about 18 to 20 reps. Really want to keep the arms close here, keep the elbows tucked in. Really put your mind in the tricep, because sometimes your mind can get away and go a little more chest dominant, a little more shoulder dominant. So really, on the warm-up sets, really take a second to really build that connection to your triceps, feel the whole stretch down, squeeze the triceps, push the rep back up, and just repeat that. So I'll run a top set here of 190, not nothing too heavy. I'm still a pretty weak young fella, to be honest. One more. Come on. Also on these, you really want to make sure you're like kind of letting your shoulders kind of relax. You don't want to be like real tense. You want to kind of let your shoulders hang over, and then really just like. I've made this mistake a lot in the past, kind of like going way too far out, but I've kind of got my form down to where it's like, really don't let your traps take over either. Really try and put the mind in the rear delt, which is kind of hard because it's a tiny muscle, but you get better at that over time. It's not more not a beginner thing. It's more, give it some time and you'll get better at it, but let's get into it. More. One. One more. Really practice good breathing techniques in between these. Come on. Swings. Right, now for my infamous arm training routine. Preacher curls and push downs. That's it. That's literally it. So for preacher curls, I like to run 2 top sets, heavy-ish, moderate weight, 12 to 18 reps. Really just focus on like beautiful form, you know. You could go a little heavier and go like more than 12 rep range, but just for biceps, what I've figured out has worked the best for me is a little like moderate weight, not too heavy, and then like nailing the form instead of cheating shit and all that kind of stuff. So 2 sets, 12 to 18 reps, and then 1 back off set where I really squeeze. That's like the key for biceps for me personally. It may not work for you. That's just what works for me. So that's what we'll run here, and then on the push downs, and then that'll be the workout. Some cues you could run with these is to mentally think about, or not mentally think, but drive your elbows into the pad. And that will force you to only use your biceps. If you're letting your elbows come off the pad, a little bit of front delt activation and bicep tendon, you don't really want any of that. You want just straight biceps. So really think about, let weight come down, and you're driving your elbows into the pad. When you come up, you'll be using straight biceps, and this shit works. Preacher curls work. Slow down. Come on. Oh, motherfucker. 15. This movement. It's basic push downs. I like using the rope. I feel my triceps the best when I use the rope compared to like just a bar or whatever. So I'll let you get on here. Just a little warm up really quick. So if you're using a rope, some cues I like to put in my head whenever, obviously, tuck your, well, not obviously, but elbows to the side. Don't let your elbows swing up and down during the reps. Keep your elbows locked in the whole time. And kind of imagine your pinkies going outwards. So pinkies out. This. Keep tension on that tricep, just like the whole, look at the freaking tan line. God. I'm gonna do a little rest pause. Fuck it. Oh. Oh. Yep, that's it. Pump check. Back at the crib, post-workout meal is the same as always. 3 eggs, 220 grams of beef, and 1.5 English muffins that I cut up into halves to make it seem like mean a crap ton more. So there's that. But what I wanted to talk about was something that everyone always asks, and you know, people are always looking for answers for, is like, what motivates me, what keeps me motivated, and just stuff like that. Like, how do I wake up every day and like get after it and want to be whatever. And the 3 reoccurring things that I have always repeated to myself, like in an aspect of motivating myself, like getting up every day, like things I repeat to myself that get me, like, light a fire in my ass. One, and these 3 things are probably things that y'all have heard, but it's 3 things that will fire you up, fire me up at least. And this may not put a fire in your ass like it does mine, but this is just what it does for me. But 1, no one can do the work for you. Like, only you can do the work. But there's so much power in that. All you have to do is put the work in. Like, you yourself. You know what I mean? It's like, all you have to do is get a goal, a dream in your mind, and the genuine, true, in your heart feeling of commitment to that goal. And then all you gotta do is put the work in. But you gotta put the work in. You can't rely on other people to put the work in. or put the effort in or whatever, do it for you. You have to put the work in. Simple as that. If you don't put the work in, you won't get the results. And if you're okay with that, that's fine. But me personally, I'm not okay with that. The second one is there are people and a version of me in the past that want exactly what I have now. You know, and like not a maybe it could be a physique standpoint, a life standpoint, maybe not a financial standpoint because I'm still figuring that out. But there's a version of myself, and there's people out there that want what I have, and that motivates me to want more. You know what I mean? It's like there's version like I should be. That's more of like a thankful thing, I guess. But that's something that really gets me going. It's like, damn, I really need to keep working because like, look at the progress I've made. Like, that's something that a lot of people, younger generation mainly, lose, is they don't sit back and like be genuinely in their heart proud of like the progress they've made, and use that fuel to motivate them to do more. They're just like, oh yeah, I've done such and such, but I still look like this, you know. I feel like that's been like that's a joke in the gym community, but that shit's like I don't really get that. I was like that for a long time, and it's like why not look at yourself in the progress you've made in a positive manner, and then harvest that positive energy instead of harvesting negative energy. Greg Plitt said that in like a video or whatever, and that stuck with me. It's like, don't harvest negative energy, harvest that positive energy, and then it just snowballs into more and more and more. And it's like, it's just nice, like being able to really genuinely feel proud of yourself, and then use that energy, like use that, like you have to, it's like you physically feel it in your head, and it's like it just motivates the shit out of me. I don't know if looking at your physique, if you just can't feel proud of yourself at all, that's just something that I feel like you got to work on as a person, and I've worked on as a person, and it's helped me a lot. But that's the second thing. And the third thing that I know y'all have heard, like Goggins said it, people have said it a million times. I think, what's the dude's name? Black guy, does movies, was the coach and Remember the Titans, Denzel Washington? Maybe, I don't know. But he said it in like a graduation speech, and it stuck with me, and I use this principle in my life, in everything. It's like I never want to look back on a workout, a day, and God forbid my life, and regret not giving everything I have in every aspect of my life. So like, use this principle in everything, and it will make your life a lot better. I guarantee you, if you use the principle of wanting to be the best and not leaving anything on the table, if you apply that to your job, I don't care. I push carts at Walmart for a job, but every day I go into work, I tell myself, I'm gonna try and be the best worker I can while I'm here, no matter what. You could be in a position. I mean, I washed dishes before this, and I always wanted to be the best worker. And if you apply that aspect to fitness, finance, a relationship with God, a son, a brother, anything, if you just apply that principle to everything, you will increasingly become better, because you are trying to achieve the most out of yourself, and you're putting the most effort you can into whatever it may be. Like if you have that, like I cannot stomach the feeling of looking back on something that I'm doing or did, and knowing that I didn't give it everything I have. Like that's like the feeling, or the fear, or the embarrassment, or the pain that you're gonna feel doing the event that you don't want to do and put the effort in. That feeling is not as great as the feeling of regret you're going to have if you don't put in your full efforts. Or at least for me, that's how it is. It's like I would much rather stomach the pain, stomach the embarrassment, stomach the waiting for something to come, much rather than like rushing stuff, not giving my full effort, and then looking back on whatever it may be and regretting how I approached it. So just looking back, the fear of looking back and not giving it, and knowing I didn't give it my all, Like, it scares me to the fact where every day I want to be the best in all aspects. Like, I want to be able to look back on my life or look back on me right now in 6 months and be, I was giving it my all. And if you do this in 6 months, you will make so much progress in your life, whatever that may be, fitness, finance, a relationship, anything. If you will just put your, like, physically feel yourself putting the most effort you can into it, it is impossible to not make the progress you want. You just have to put in the maximal effort. That's what I've always said. All progress asks of you and all the whatever ask of you is all you've got. You've got to give it all you've got. That's all I ask. Give it all you got. If you give it all you got, you'll make the progress. It's just like a what's the word? A byproduct of giving it your all is progress. You know what I mean? So those are the three things that really like motivate me every day to be the best worker, the best son, the best whatever, the best bodybuilder, athlete, the best, I want to train as best as I can every day, because like I look at every session as one step closer to my goal. And if I don't execute that step perfectly, then I'm not getting closer to my goal. And I can't have that. So always give all your effort to to your purpose. Give every ounce of every ounce of effort to that shit. Don't give anything less than 110% in everything. Like, there's no I feel like there's no excuse. So one, no one is gonna do the work for you. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to give you your goals or your progress. You got to get up every day and work for it. Simple as that. If you're willing to do that and make the sacrifices and devote the time to it, the progress is there to make. You just have to put the work in. It's as simple as that. You can't just sit around and wait for it to come to you. You can't just sit around and think of it to come to you. You have to go out and physically do that to achieve that goal. 2, younger me, other people in the world want what I have, and that motivates me to push and achieve more. There's a version of me 6 months from now, like I know, like I have a goal in my head, and hopefully I achieve that goal, and then in 6 months I can look back and be like, that version of me wants what I have now, and then it's just it's an endless process of progress. You know what I mean? One is the fear of looking back and knowing I didn't give it everything I had, whether it be my job, my relationships, my training, my consistency with my diet, everything. Looking back, every night I look back and I'm like, I checked all the boxes today. Boom. Like, I feel good. I cannot stomach the feeling of like looking, like I think Goggins said this, like looking on your deathbed and seeing all you could have been, but you just didn't put the work in. Like, I can't, like, I won't let that happen. And that's my goal, is I won't let that happen. So those are the 3 things that really keep me motivated, that y'all could apply to your life. You could apply these principles to your life in your situations, and maybe motivate you. Maybe it won't motivate you the way it does me. But those are just 3 principles that I use to keep me motivated to work my ass off in the gym, at my job, on my side hustles, and everything else. So, yeah, that's what really lights a fire in my ass. But now that I'm done yapping, I'm gonna get into my post-workout meal. Let me know what y'all thought about the video, the workout. Let me know what y'all want to see in the future. New note, I got a official sponsor by Prozis. I don't really know how to pronounce the name yet, but my code is Madx10. It's like a one-stop shop for everything that you really need. They have protein, they have pre-workout, they have your daily supplements and vitamins, they have t-shirts, straps, shaker cups, literally everything. So my code is Madx10. I'll put that on the screen. I'll put the link to their store in the description, as well as the links to the other codes I have with Nutrix and Retaliation Project, which are just Madx, MADX. But yeah, so let me know what y'all thought about today's video. Let me know what y'all want to see in the future, and I will see y'all in the next one.